Hey guys, it's Prentis. I'm just doing a video today. In my series about looking at the interconnectedness of the virtues. Um, it's kind of a unorthodox way of looking at it. Ideally, I'm looking at the first the first um, virtues, uh, like I'm kind of studying all the rosaries up um, through like four rosaries. The first is the joyful, so that's first, and that's about his birth and stuff. Um, and then is the luminous, and that's about his ministry. Um, and then there is the sorrowful, which is about his passion. And then is the glorious, and those are about his um, resurrection and everything after. So they're kind of sequential. So I'm kind of starting with the first uh, luminous, the first joyful. Ideally, I would be doing first joyful, first luminous, first sorrowful, first glorious. But when I was doing this, I found that I, I had to move the fourth mysteries of all the first two where they fit, and all the virtues do interconnect, but the fourth mystery is kind of taken out, and my thing is already unorthodox, so like maybe I'll hear from the Pope or whatever, but I don't think or a priest or I don't know, but yeah. So so far so good. So we can keep on. So what I've done so far is the virtue of the first mystery, the Annunciation. That virtue is humility, and that is just the entryway into everything spiritual life. You can't really do anything without it. It's just so important. It's just foundational. So then the second mystery is your only job, more or less, is to submit yourself to God's will. So it's an act of saying, okay, you're God, I'm not. I'll leave it all in your hands. And, then you're off. And things just kind of go from there. So the next virtue that I've taken down is called obedience, and that is the fourth joyful, and I've put it down next because that is, once you're, obedience is kind of what the you do in the spiritual life. So the next is fear of the Lord, and that comes after obedience. So we're not scared of punishment or whatever, but it's rather a healthy respect for who God is. Next is the sorrowful, which I did yesterday, which is a true contrition for our sins. So in the spiritual walk, that's if you're kind of doing, uh, the spiritual stuff, you'll be sad about that you don't want to offend God anymore. Okay, and then you get to the happy one, which is the glorious misery, which the glorious miseries are kind of the end goal for everything. So they're kind of really cool. And they always come after the sorrowful, which is appropriate. So, yeah. So, yeah, and it's really good because after the sorrowful, you like kind of sad, and you're confused, you're distraught, but then no, the mystery is that you contemplate the mystery of the resurrection and Jesus rising from the dead. And you realize that, all our sin, all the problems, everything, he's already won the battle for us. So so it's all good. So we can, we can just, be happy, don't worry, be happy. So, that's, faith, and that's, that's obviously a big, thing. So that's everything, but they keep going, so I won't stop now, but we're at we're 4 plus 2, so we're 6 out of 20, there are more mysteries, so, and I've, in my unorthodox way, I've thought about trying to sneak. I don't know. I'm just doing this. So I go from the faith going next to the first joyful mystery, which is the second joyful mystery is charity. So it's so, and I'll cover that tomorrow. Okay, alright, thanks guys. Okay, bye. Do